trusting in man, though they try, but they fail. I'm encouraged, no hope is lost. Let me tell you why. I have a father. I have a father that will never ever fail me. I have a father that will never ever fail me. Jehovah Baba, he will never ever fail me. Rock of ages, never ever fail. Even though it is so hard to move on, everybody around me couldn't help. So they promised, but they will not meet up, because even them, they have their own secret pains. I've been long gone, trusting in man, though they tried, but they failed. But I am encouraged, no hope is lost. Let me tell you.
I have a father that will never ever fail me. Yes, I have a father, he will never ever fail me. Hey, Jehovah Baba, you will never ever fail me. Hey, I got ages, never. Hey, what's scared? To the right, to the left, to the right, back to the left. All right, it's a beautiful afternoon. It's a beautiful afternoon. This beautiful afternoon from Lagoon Radio. How's your day been? Like, hey, everybody in the studio are using a palm oil. Only me, just me alone. I'm not in a palm oil.
Think so, or you know so?
I know so. I sure so, because all work and no play makes Simidela Labisi okay, and makes that why they all shabi olebe aka DJ Sharp a dog gay. Okay, this is welcoming you to today's edition of the Afternoon Drive Show, live and direct from the stable of Lagoon Radio, Nigeria, number one online gospel radio, powered by the Diocese of Lagos, Church of Nigeria, Anglican Communion. And hey, as I used to say, just fasten your seatbelt, because hey, this ride is gonna be exciting, like hey, more exciting than yesterday. I'll not be doing this alone. I have with me by my forward side, Taiwade Olashabi aka DJ Shab. What? Anyway, Taiwade Olashabi is trying to pick up gradually, and if I start my own, she will mute my microphone. But this afternoon, they will not be for you, as I'm no other person than Oma Jayo Gidoloni Kongaji.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you very much for that introduction, Semidele Olabisi. Okay.
Anyways, she has finally picked up. I'm this kind of person. Hey, don't let me talk, so that it's not be as if I'm overhyping myself. I'm this kind of person that hey, if you refuse to pick up, by the time I kickstart you like this, I'll pick up the straight. Boom, 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 boom. So Taiwo have pick up. I think I deserve an applause for that.
You ain't getting in.
I deserve a free lunch for that anyway.
There's actually a lot to talk about this afternoon, really. You have the funny ones, the serious
lot of drama.
ones, dramas
Like,
here
seriously.
and there, those that were served breakfast.
Should we start with the serious one, or we should start with the funny one? Like, as I am like this, and this one is really catching my attention.
I didn't even know where you want to start from, but wherever you start from, I guess it's going to be a good place.
Ha! Okay, now let me just ask you people. Let me just ask you people one question. One question, including you, Sharp. Let me ask you one question. How would you feel if you're in the midst of people, or if you're with someone like your friends and all that, and that thing dropped, like you just farted? Like, I don't understand. How would you feel yourself if you farted somewhere, or if someone farts where you are? How will you feel? Like,
Well, first off, really, there's this thing they say that God did not build us for fun. Honestly, you need to comport yourself when you're doing this kind of things, really, because you can't just do that in a public place, because we're all not the same.
yeah.
I might be able to condone it. How about the other person? Can he or she condone it? You don't know. You might get on the wrong side of the person at that moment, even if he has always been taking it, or she has always been taking it for you.
Yeah.
I think it's not right, Sha. There's a way you can hold it. If you cannot hold it, you excuse yourself.
Then basically, I think it actually depends on your relationship with those set of people, because, okay, to me, like I actually tried going through some comments, and there are some things that one shouldn't take to the extreme. Fine, they know they build house for mess. That one day, they know they build house for, and the thing if you drop. In fact, someone might even do something that is funny, maybe while you're trying to laugh, and the thing just drop.
Laughter.
And after the thing drop, the thing shock you. You can't laugh and join again. You know that kind of thing. Okay, now that's why as my leg used to carry me up and down. I was sitting in Lagos, jejely and worrily. Jejely and worrily. That's how my legs carry me and go to the French football club.
Really?
Sharp. I don't even know where to start from.
When I saw the story, I was like, is it more than this fact? Or is this something else? Is there something else we don't know, or they are not telling us?
Yeah. Because under normal circumstance, fat is meant to be a competition between you and your loved ones.
See, you better stop that thing that you people used to.
It's meant to be a competition between you and your loved ones.
I used to believe that thing that if you're going out with someone and you're hiding your fat from that person, that means you don't love or probably you don't trust the person. Please, I beg.
It means you're pretending.
I beg. I don't be rich.
No, like seriously.
I'm not going to enjoy you with my own fat. So don't come and kill me with your own fat. Don't come and pump me with your fat.
Don't you know the function of beans, egg, and milk?
I don't want to talk. See me, don't put your hand in my mouth.
Because basically, you if I'm close to you and you say the next thing you want to be dishing out to me is your fat, hey, forget it. I'm going to dish it out to you in dozens, in barrels, in cartons, because I will now purposely go and be taking protein-rich food such as beans, such as milk, such as fish, such as eggs, both boiled, fried, roasted eggs.
All of these things are good, really, but I don't think it's enough reason for you to sack someone. Yeah,
because this particular French football club has actually reportedly banished their defender Marcelo after he was caught farting in the dressing room and laughing about it. It could be funny. But the sacking to me, it's too extreme. Yeah, personally, it's too extreme, and it's been tagged as an inappropriate behavior. Fat is a natural thing, and there are times that you even be able to control it really. Because okay, as he is now, where does he want to? You have to enter restroom and fat. Then on the other hand, maybe after he farts and he sees that maybe his colleagues are actually frowning about it, he could just, I'm sorry, and that settles it. After I'm sorry, now. So it is what it is. And practically in this part of the world, we have some weird people like, hey, see my people low with their comment. Hey, ordinary mess. So who never mess, hands in the air? Chab. So it's
even my mess self, they fear me at times.
But okay, now I'm even thinking of something.
Coming out from my body, I can't kill myself now. Will I sack myself from myself?
I'm even thinking of something. Should be now because they know say that in fact the fat. What if they didn't know it was the one? It's nature. Nature calls, So anybody can do this thing at any time. They can drop at any time. And normally, for normal mess, where person they take balance quarrel, they take settle fight, and I ain't one person they carry put for head. Or the sack person. Yeah, this she's actually my kind of person anyway. Like
speaking of Lenny Akmole Abukuloko,
hey Gaga,
which takes me to the Abuja airport. A man incurs huge expenses after his Benz was clamped without his knowledge. Okay, I guess probably parked on the wrong spot, or probably was not parking well. But for whatever reason, you're going to clamp someone's car. You should wait for him to come out from wherever you went to. And while you're waiting, you're calculating the time in which the time you spent waiting for this person. You understand? You calculate the time you spent waiting for this person. And considering where the person is parking.
Yes.
And of course, even if you're going to do, there should be a sticker or probably a notice or something just to identify that, okay, you people are going to do your job or you've done your job. You just clamp the man's car and then yam pepper scatter, because now the guy could not move his car, and we can see in the video it's a Benz. the whole front is
The bumper, yeah,
I think it's
was
almost falling
destroyed.
off.
Yes.
And now I think they asked the guy for about 25,000 naira. Yes, he agreed to pay, and now
They will pay for his bumper as well.
he's going to pay. He's going to pay the 25,000 naira according to him. I'm going to pay them, and of course, you people should be ready. Or
Yes.
going to fix my car.
Yes.
Because this is a lot. He bends. That people have his thing.
Actually, I had the same experience sometimes last year at the international airport here in Lagos. Okay, I went to do a drop off, and we're trying to get the luggage out of the trunk of the car, and you came and you're like, where you're parking? I'm like, would I go to the car park and
then
carry
tell
the
me.
luggage on my head?
Then tell me where I should park.
I should park. Then at the same time, what actually happened was that basically where I was parking, there was another car behind me, a Mercedes-Benz car behind me, and the hazard light was on. There was nobody. There was practically nobody in that car. So myself, I felt that, okay, it's safe to park in front of the vehicle, and practically where I parked, it wasn't obstructing any vehicular movement. Okay, you came, told me, I told you, okay, please, can you just give me a few minutes, let me just drop off this luggage. And before I could say jack, you brought out a clamped my tires. I'm like, I just left you. Maybe you clamp tire, don't worry, stay there, I'll come and meet you, because that's me. I can't allow you to come and post and sign inside my garage. Okay, after then, before I knew it, they just brought a towing vehicle. I'm like, are you kidding me? I practically
I remember you telling me the story.
I practically stood in between the towing vehicle and my own car, because I'm like, you're not going to tow this vehicle from here, because there's someone there. Okay, what if I'm not even here? You now tow the vehicle, I'll now start looking for my car up and down. Or what is that? Is there any rule that says you should do that?
I just feel there are ways to this thing. You can't just jump into conclusion.
Sure, just hold on where I'm coming to. I'm doing it small. I'm picking it little by little, because as I am like this, it's paining me. What in do me go? Okay, now I stopped them from towing the vehicle. I now told them, I'm going to drive this car myself to your office. But for you to tow this vehicle, I'm not going to do that. Okay. I entered the driver's seat, and one of the officials sat beside me, gave me directions to their office. I went there, parked the car, and I told them, please, I'm coming. Let me finish sorting out what I want to sort out at the airport. I will come back. After I finished sorting everything out, and I went back. Ask me what they said.
What?
They told me, Madam, on a norm, you're supposed to pay 30,000 naira. But because you're a woman, we'll collect 10,500 from me. I asked them, where do you want me to see the money?
Even the 500.
I said, see, I don't mind. I will sleep here with this car. No matter the number of days, I will sleep here till you release my car. So as we shall drag it up and down, that's how one of their top officials actually intervened. Do you know what they told this man? They told this their oga that the car was parked and there was nobody there. I'm like, are you kidding me? Immediately I told them, I said, you're a liar. You're one of the people that are destroying this country, because you're practically lying to my face. Okay, how did I know you wanted to tow my car if I wasn't there? So practically, let's assume I'd allowed them to tow that car. It would have been another story. Now they would have been right, because they would have successfully towed the car. So I told them, so that was what practically made me to win the whole thing. My dear sister, I proudly raise my shoulders and tell you that Shingbai had not paid that bill.
These people, are they really there for you to make mistakes? Because a comment here says they should have staff to direct you on how to park
exactly
properly. Rather, they will just wait for you to park. So
they'll just come, clamp. It's extortion, really. It's extortion. Okay, there was a particular day too, I was on the island. I think normally our uniform men, some of our uniform men needs proper orientation. It's not about going into the bush to do exercises and to do drills. Yeah. Let's call a spade a spade. It's not all about going into the bush and doing exercises all in the name of doing drills. There are some humanitarian orientations you have to go through. At least if you go through that kind of orientation, a custom officer will not be slapping a governor's aide and ends up getting withdrawn. You understand those kind of behavioral orientation. Okay, there was a time on the island I was going somewhere and I couldn't place my way. So I saw some group of policemen around Yaba, very not far from Abbey Road. So I saw some policemen. I was like, okay, let me drive towards them to ask them to help assist me in finding my way. So as I approached them, they just waited. They allowed me to near them very well. That's how I went down innocently, and I told him, I said, please, I'm going to so place. Can you please direct me? You know what the man said? He said I should wind down. I wind down. I should wind down. I'm like, I've wind down now. He now shook hand from outside to open my door. I'm like, dang. I'm like, what's all this thing? If not that I had my church mind that day, I would wind up immediately and drag him practically. Okay, at the end of the day, he told me, hey, you entered one way. I'm like, sorry, I don't know the road. And I was asking you for the road, and you're accusing me for entering one way. This thing should be able to tell you, your IQ should be able to tell you that I was actually trying to find my way. And I said, I will have to take you to our office. I said, oh yeah, okay, let's go.
You follow them?
Yeah, I followed them. I practically drove the car. I said, nobody will touch my car. I will drive it. I drove, went to their office. When I got to their office, I explained what happened to them, and I was actually going on an official duty. I told them, I'm a member of the press. You would have told him before. I'm like, excuse me, if I wasn't a member of the press,
would you have said the same thing?
Would you have said the same thing? So an average Nigerian that it's nothing, would not have actually been, should I say, been vindicated. I'm even sweating. So that was that about that. I had to look the man in the eye, like the kind of eye I gave that man. He couldn't tell me that I should assist him and take him back to where I picked him from. Because I practically dragged him, really. So it shouldn't be that way. We should help. Like, the bottom line now is help people that don't know what to do. And I now, now I now actually compare. If you have a private car, if it were to be a commercial vehicle that parked this way, they wouldn't do anything.
Don't go there.
And they will say on the basis paper. I'm like, okay, is the commercial driver even right in the first place not to have his papers, not to have his vehicle documents? It's not right.
Don't even go there.
Would carry people that are struggling jejely and worryingly. That's how this island too, at the traffic light, you just see them, all those commercial, they just come and
you have a lot of experiences in me.
Like it's paining me, don't do me.
Yes, I can imagine, because really these people we're meant to see you and run to you for help.
Yes.
Not see you and want to turn back or want the ground to open for us to enter into it. I mean, you're meant to be friends of the citizens, not our enemy, not someone we see and run.
Exactly.
Like another comment here says, the hatred towards one another in Nigeria is unbearable.
Yes.
And plain evil. Why damage a stationary car?
All in the name of clamping.
From the water leakage, the radiator is most likely punctured, as well as the damaged bumper, etc., etc. Chai, Nigeria.
If I were to be that man, I will pay. In fact, me or anybody won't know. I won't price it at all. Any amount you say I should pay you, I will pay you. Collect my receipt.
He said he was going to pay the 25,000.
But this one, you will vomit. The thing that not spoiled on the car, I will say it's spoiled. They even deflated his tires. So now, this is where the sense is absent. This is where the sense is absent. There's a stationary car, and the car is parked where it's not supposed to be parked. And you now clamped it, deflated the tire again. How did the car want to move, if not for common sense?
Just destroy the disease. In a developed countries, any vehicle wrongly parked or parked more than the permitted hours will be issued a parking ticket.
Yes.
And even if the vehicle remains there for reasons best known to the owner, more tickets will be issued, like twice more before clamping. And vehicle will be clamped nicely. Not this barbaric display we see here in Nigeria. All of this is just pure hatred, like the comment section says.
Yes.
You don't love your neighbors. You wish you had this thing. And of course, you pray. You should be happy for this person that has this kind of thing, not you destroying or the other way around.
And definitely 25k won't even fix the car. So all because of 25k, that is it. So I think we should, that's why I said we need enough orientation in this area of, what would I even put it, in this type of department. There's need for proper orientation. There's need for proper orientation. That's it. I beg, I'm vexing.
Let's go on a break. It's like your blood is hot.
Anyways, let's go on a music break. Since the beginning of this week, we have our artist for the week, which is Frank Edwards. We've been requesting that you send your favorite song of Frank Edwards to WhatsApp line on 08189 Lagoon. That's 08189524666. Or drop your comments on our social media and those Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, Instagram and Twitter at Lagoonradio.Ng, or our YouTube channel at LagoonTV. So we have this particular request, drop it at my feet. This was a request made by Stanley. So Stanley, we're playing you drop it at my feet. Hope you enjoy this.
This is Lagoon Radio.
Welcome back from the music break.
All right, Stanley, hope you enjoyed that Drop It at My Feet by Frank Edwards, and we are actually glad we were able to grant your request. Okay, the time is 23 minutes to 3 p.m. and you're still on the afternoon drive show here on Lagoon Radio. All right.
Okay, so I have two stories here back on the way to kind of look alike. Okay, one is where the guy was being served breakfast, and because you're no longer with your partner, you had to, following a misunderstanding, basically, you have to destroy all you had together. So moving to the major story. This one, when I read it, I said, what kind of thing is this? This is the definition of ego better, ego change, and yet it not change until it break your hand. So this 80-year-old grandma with a broken hand reveals her husband has been beating her for over 55 years. So they actually brought her in with a broken hand to the hospital. And guess what? She said her husband beat her. Mama said he has been beating her for over 55 years. Like, really?
Over 55
Really?
years.
That's a long time. And up to this age, he still beats you.
Jesus. And practically every year.
Prayer point.
Oh, you say your prayer point first. Let me say. Amen.
Amen.
By our forefather. Because practically, you know what what's actually running through my mind. Like every year of their wedding anniversary, their children will be celebrating them. Happy wedding anniversary to the best parents ever. Happy wedding. Thank you, daddy, for taking care of mommy. Like, are you kidding me? So at 55, the poor woman is now carrying around a broken hand. So let's assume, the 80-year-old woman, like after 55 years of marriage. So let's assume the baba did not break the woman's hand. She wouldn't have spoken out.
Because her bones are not strong again now.
Till maybe the baba now maybe carry something and hit her head. God forbid bad thing.
This generation cannot endure. Why can't you be like my grandma? So my grandma.
Was it his or
It's actually a comment. It's a comment that says this generation cannot endure.
I know.
They tell you, why can't you be like my grandma?
So
okay,
that's
where
what
are
I'm
you?
asking. Like,
You should gather here. They stayed because they had to, not because they wanted to.
That's why I'm even asking that. Okay, was it your grandma that had the broken hand?
You dey collect woto for 55 years and you still did the marriage. No be juju be that. Now banje be that too, but really, I'm sorry, I can't fit.
Like I can't do really, and
I can't fit.
I can't do. But actually, she's actually lucky to live up to 80 years. So that means she married at 25. And for 55 years of her life,
over 55 years, so probably she has been she has been chopping the beating even before their marriage.
Maybe, could be.
I'm hoping the man will get better.
Could be, yeah. He'll be better. I love him. I know how to change him and all that. And there was this meme sometimes ago on social media of a young boy with like a burnt face, like dark face, like this is like say person born like there was charcoal all over the face like burns, and the hair strands were standing like and you know what the caption of that meme said? I love him. Now he can land me for this one where I did so.
Please, ladies, see, abusive marriage is not healthy for you psychologically, mentally. It is not.
Yeah,
it is not a do or die affair. She has been lucky to have stayed this long. What if she died along the line? What if she couldn't sustain it up until this moment? So all the generation of my grandma, see the generation, I need to compare this generation. Eyes are beginning to open. In fact, eyes are open now. The ones that are not open are beginning to open.
Yeah.
They're coming to their senses. It's like they're already wiping them cord at the back of their neck. Because I think that is what is needed now.
That reminds me, sorry, I think concerning this, calm down, pipe low, don't put it, sharp, don't put it. So concerning the issue of domestic violence and all that, we're actually packaging a very exciting content around that, and just fasten your seatbelt because we're going to be throwing it out on our social media platforms. So just fasten your seatbelt because this thing, we just need to talk about it, and let's just know where we are going once and for all. And on a lighter note, there's one comment here that says, my instinct tells me is a code sobo. It's a code sobo. No, this is a sobo, a code sobo. I'm having the code sobo on my street. Okay. Anyway, Mama, God will lay hands on you. Anyway.
See, there's a difference between when you make your own money.
Yeah.
When you work hard. to make your money,
Sure.
and you just, or the money just come like that. There's a difference. Okay, so here's what happened in a nutshell. Ibadan socialite, Mr. Fly, forced to delete his braggadocious tweet after being humbled by a real multi-millionaire. So you can imagine you getting a diamond wristwatch and you're bragging. Okay, so here's what happened. Mr. Fly said some girls never go vacation before for their life. And then this person answered him, a maker, said, this doesn't make sense. And he replied, I thought Harmattan has passed. Why your brain so dry? Okay, and the guy replied, I'm a millionaire, bro. Okay, so what comes after that is a video of him getting a diamond wristwatch. You want to know the next video? There are levels to you being a millionaire. It's not about you having one, what's it called? A diamond wristwatch compared to a store fully loaded with goods. Who is the millionaire here?
Abina. They are both millionaires, but the 1 million has sense. The other million does not have sense.
I doubt if this one is a millionaire. There are levels to this thing. If you want to drag someone, you need to go and learn. You need to do your background check so the two will sweet. You don't understand. You don't understand. Because you have just one valuable. Do you know how many valuables he has? Someone that could that was able to put all these things together.
He might not even necessarily have valuables and all that, but at least his net worth.
He has people working for him.
Exactly.
He's paying people.
They're
calling him good morning, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We need so amount of goods delivered to so place. There are levels to this thing. It's not about you wearing a valuable. I beg. People start receiving sins. If you want to throw someone, people should open your eye, do your homework.
I think today is practically meant for throwing shades, really. Boost.
It's good to buy diamond wristwatch, yo. But I just like the guy. No, they say Olowo bin buy one. The rich doesn't scream, and that's what the guy did. Imagine, I can be sure this is a warehouse. Probably when the guy went to get some stuffs, because this cannot be his shop.
It could be. It could be really.
It could be a warehouse.
It could be his own warehouse.
Yes,
it could be his own.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure it's his own warehouse because it's actually like this comment says, "Hey, you the wine maker and Sons Limited." Like, so it's actually because if it's not, and I think he actually did that to teach him a lesson.
Yes.
Because if you have a whole lot of money, invest. Buying a diamond watch for your use might not really be an investment per se. Like, okay,
I appreciate really,
personally, yeah, because personally, I love stocking up really, and once I stock up, and later maybe during the course of the year, I just resell some. You know, that's Igbo sense now. So, but if you now decide to buy a diamond watch because you want to use it to flex as a big boy with no brain, or I don't know, and it's still the same guy that is actually yabbing girls. Say some girls never traveled before, some girls never do this one, do that one before. Same way someone is throwing shades at you too, and after you collect your own portion of the shades and breakfast served in ceramic plates, you
so
deleted to it.
Mr. Emeka basically is an advocate for ladies in this case. You don't just come out and talk people down. You don't talk down at people. It's not nice.
And I have this
people like this deserve people like Mr. Emeka.
I have the saying that
Emeka
do not look down on anybody except you're admiring their shoes. So that's the way it is.
But don't forget, we have jealousy, we have bad jealousy, and the bad jealousy results to envy. When you envy someone, it's a bad jealousy.
That is
and it's not good for your health, really.
That is it.
It is not good for your health.
If I were this guy now, I would just enter the Emeka's DM and ask him, bro, please, I want to invest. How can I start a business? And stop doing all this.
I go sit down.
And I go sit down. Like, really
please,
seriously.
Brutality. Please, brutality.
They have come. Still on the matter.
Please, we should take that one, really.
Sharp. Okay, this case now.
I wish I could take it, honestly, but
If not that the amebo was doing sharp over all the ones this was the one we're supposed to take immediately after our break, because we're still on the matter of assaulting, extortion, brutality, etc., etc. And this one happened right in Ogbomoso.
is it Ogbomoso or Ogbomosho?
It's Ogbomoso actually, but the citizens call it Ogbomoso.
Okay.
From Ogbomoso. That's how these police officers accused of assaulting a couple for refusing to bribe them in Ogbomoso. And when I went through the video and everything, this couple actually practically stood against the policemen. They kicked against the policemen from extorting them. Let me put it that way. English is hard. Like when I'm vexing like this, English used to run away. So now, and you know that technology has actually advanced, and this man actually made the video and says, I was a victim of police brutality right now in Ogbomoso. And this is the face of the criminals. Like he practically showed the faces of the policemen. And he said they beat him and he's fancy up because they kicked against them, extorting them. But this is my question. Must you extort?
See, I think it's time for people. We've been saying this thing all over and over again. No, you're right. And it's beyond you just taking videos. It's beyond just taking videos. I mean, looking at the pictures, looking at the video, the lady was injured, her phone was damaged. A lot of things happened here in the video. And you come to think, like, what's really happening? I said it earlier. We're supposed to run to you for help, for shelter. I mean, for whatever protection. But in this case, we tend to want to run away from you. Why? Because you're not even safe yourself. You're like a lion looking for whom to devour. I mean, no be so.
But even if now this is what even if someone kicks against you from extorting them, just let them go. So why would you collect someone's phone, smash it on the floor, or throw it away? And in fact, they will pay for it.
And you beat up the same people.
And you still beat them up again. So now, if to send everybody they carry gun for this country, what thing will happen?
I think ever since the Lekki toll gate stuff and
The
police brutality,
yeah.
I'm not sure. I think the thing just doubled up because like they said, they were going to take them for testing or probably do a run check. I doubt if that ever happened. Because what we get these days is more assault. People slapping people, officers slapping a special advisor to the governor, and things like that. You keep embarrassing people. You keep harassing people.
And threatening people you were going to shoot them. And even on a okay, now the same policeman that actually beat up this woman, is it the same policeman that maybe someone that a victim of domestic violence will go and meet for safety?
Forget it.
And you're still
Forget it. But it's really not nice. They need to look into this. It's just it's painful when things like this comes up and you just died there. But what are we to do?
It's so painful, really. It's so painful. And 2023 elections is actually coming, and it's our prayer, really. It's our prayer that things will actually change for better. Like, history shouldn't repeat itself. Okay, like there was something I saw during our newspaper review this morning about, who was that again? That was talking about continuity of what they did in 2015. And I'm like, I had a mixed feeling about it. And I'm like, continuity, but 2015, I was not comparing 2015. How was 2015? Was it any better? I'm like, no, continue. Just let's start afresh on a clean slate. Like, let everybody be sane. Like this time around, like let's do the right thing. Let's do the right thing and let everything go well. Really, let it go well. So basically now, these same police officers that have actually assaulted this woman and successfully beat her up, because he successfully beat her up, her hands were swollen and all of that. Is it still the same police officer that an helpless woman, a victim of domestic violence, will go and meet and say, "Oh God, come and help me, my husband don't break my hand"? No, now let's just put some spice. Let's just put some spices of sanity in everything we do.
I can say it's only 2 out of 10 of them that are really, really, really is it competent at doing their job. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
majority of those people on the road is too much, and I think they need to call them to order. You can't keep doing this to people, and that is why some people they don't take some people are ready to kill these people. They're ready to kill them, really. They're ready to break their legs, climb on your leg.
Especially maybe when they are trying to stop a vehicle and hey, oh my God, the driver now decides to go on a high speed, like because not for anything, but because the driver already knows what awaits him or her if eventually they stop him. Or you understand that kind of. So really, I think let's just be calming down. Really, let's be calming down and let's just do what is right. So that's actually the way it is. Anyways, we're rounding up. Oh, our time the quick
I
pass.
have another one. Oh, yeah, talk that one first.
No, talk this one. Let's end with the good news, I beg.
The good news too now. Okay, well, speaking of the Chrisland student story, the video that went viral a few weeks ago. 40-year-old OAP Uche Igwe arrested for allegedly sharing the sex video of 10-year-old Chrisland student.
Well, why would you share it in the first place?
How did you have access to the video?
Even if there were people that had access to the video, really, but why share it?
You should even know better.
Why share it? Do you want to have more followers, or do you want to? I think it's clout chasing anyway. Why share? If the girl were to be your daughter, would you share it? I beg, go sit down for one place. It doesn't make sense to me at all.
Well, so many people are saying it serves him right.
Yeah, serves him right. Yeah, I agree
this
to
serves as detriment to others, blah, blah, blah.
That is it.
You know, child pornography is a crime, really. And now I think they start realizing it.
That is it. It is what it is. Anyway, before we round up, this is actually a good news, and it actually came in yesterday. Yesterday. I think it happened after our afternoon drive show, so we would have talked about it, and that is a veteran actor, Adebayo Salami, clocking 70, and there was a video of him crying like a baby as his children gifted him an SUV. It was actually a very great moment to behold. I've never seen Adebayo Salami cry before. Even in movies, this disciplinarian and all that, and I know you could be that in real life. Though he's calm, he's a very calm man. But at the same time, he got so emotional that he basically cried. It's really touched me. So we're wishing him a belated happy birthday, and we pray that he will continue to reap the fruit of his labor. Shabi, you need to see that car. You need to see that car.
Well, I'm hoping to surprise. But of course, the comment section here is just glaring at me. And wait though. Okay, so now people have decided to separate their prayer point or to
yes, now people have started to categorize their prayer points. Yes.
And this one says, may all responsible parents eat the fruit of their labor bountifully. So this one is not a matter of may all parents enjoy the fruit of their labor, because some people do not even labor for the fruit.
It depends on serious. It depends on what kind of the type of labor, and it depends on the enjoyment. You can be enjoying it on a hot seat, that kind of thing. So that's really what this one it has actually been categorized. Like, may all responsible parents enjoy the fruit of their labor, and basically, it's no story today that not all parents are parents in quotes.
Okay,
so which means not everyone that actually have children are responsible. That's it. It is what it is, really. So that's this person is as emotional as I am, because I want to cry like a baby too. He's so emotional. That's a big congratulations to him, really. And it's actually it's a how would I even put it? It's an evidence that he brought up his children well. Is an evidence that he has a very beautiful family, if not perfect, because no family can be perfect. So it's an evidence that he has a very beautiful family. So that's actually the way it is. So a big congratulations from us to you, to our dear actor Adebayo Salami, aka Oga Bello. Personally, I like that
Oga
man.
Salami, Oga Bello.
Oga Bello. So that's it. And we actually pray for everyone who hopes to do this for their parents too, that you would do it. Just don't worry. Take it one step at a time. Don't be in a hurry. In due time, you're going to do it, and your parents will live to enjoy it as well. So practically, is tears of joy all the way.
Thank you.
I hereby drop my pen in the basket of love.
And we hope we're able to
Convince you and not to confuse you. That Afternoon Drive Show here on Lagoon Radio is meant to give you all the gist that you need to hear, freshly baked
from the oven,
fresh and direct. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of the Afternoon Drive Show here on Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio, powered by the Diocese of Lagos. We're broadcasting live to you from Marina, Lagos. Do join us again same time tomorrow between the hours of 2 to 3. Don't forget, you can still send in your song requests for our artist for this week, and that's Frank Edwards. Just send in your song request, and you can also send in your shout outs to our studio line on 08189 Lagoon. That's 08189 524 Thank you so much, Sharp. Thank you so much for being my companion on today's show. And you know, Shabby, aka Shabby, that's our DJ. She no longer dropping out of DJ school. She's now a good girl. Like her, you need to try her DJ skills. It's on top notch. All right, thank you so much. To have a blessed day, and I'll be looking forward to meeting you again same time tomorrow. It's a bye from us to you.
This is Lagoon Radio.